Okay, hello, hello. 'Tis I again. We're back here with some more VRML action, week 3, and in our final match of the night here for this Thursday evening, it's going to be Ignite versus Chaos. And on the casting desk for us today, it's me, of course, Palidore, also doing camera work, and I'm joined here by my partner, SirDimwi. How's it going?
What up?
What up? A lot of stuff, and oh, these teams are already ready. Responded to that ping mighty fast, so I guess we're gonna get right into the swing of things momentarily. But as we can see here, so for Ignite, it's gonna be Far, VTS, Duel, and Wolf. 23 over on the orange side, and for Chaos, this is the second time we've seen them in the last couple hours. It's gonna be Cakester, Dano, McFabulous, Captain Will, and look, it's Dash again. So for the third consecutive stream, Dash coming through, last minute sub of sorts. So huge credit to Dash for doing work in his own right tonight on the sub line. But now looking for that disc, and Cakester is gonna find it for Chaos, takes a shot, but will not be online, so off it floats back into the mid area.
Yeah, Chaos with a real strong win on the initial joust there, but went right into the hands of Ignite.
And VTS will work that in for the 2. Oh, that was a tough angle. It still almost went in, actually. But on the other end, Far is going to reset that, and some good resets going on, some patience, but it's actually going to be stolen by Captain Will. He's going to line up that open shot. It looks a little bit, yeah, too low. It was otherwise straight. But it's going to be cleared out now and taken in the back line. BTS trying to find Far. Oh, that was dangerous. It was a really quick one, and recovering as a result is Dash for the first one. 2 points for Dash off the nice stack.
And this one comes down to just, I mean, Chaos coming out here and just winning every single one-on-one battle. I mean, a few clears, a few passes, muck up along the way, but they recovered every single one of them and ultimately get the 2.
That they did. So nice start there for Chaos, and Dash being the one to bring them their first 2. VTS is going to bring that up to the middle area, and I'll take this moment to say hi once more to the Twitch chat. And a lot of people coming in and out of these streams all night, so that's been much appreciated. Nice little tap back by Wolf as he gets stunned. Also on that note too, hold on as this pass goes through to Far. Far's going to go in for the goal, getting stunned, but doesn't matter because it's still the first 2 for Ignite.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just going to say also for Twitch chat, because we did kind of start this off really fast, in the event that Dimwi's sound isn't loud enough, let me know, because we didn't get to do a sound check. So, just want to get that out there. Sorry, now go ahead, Dimwi.
To be honest, I don't remember what I was going to say. So let's go teams. Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's go indeed. And well, off to the races for that disc. Captain Will's going to find it after punching Far, and Far's going to go with that boost. Look at how quickly they got back on the recovery. Now sending it out and punching him out. So once again, Ignite with a disc and some control. Now working it up into the 2-point zone. Captain Will's going to be there in the goal for Chaos. But one pass nicely to Far, right in front of the goal. Dead on for that corner shot.
And there was really no room to work with on that pass. He had a very small window. Far coming in there under fire, under cover. And just that pass right into his hand for that easy one-timer. Good goal.
For sure. Captain Will now trying to ensure that this goes through. It'll be a loose clear taken by Far, predicated off that nice stack between him and Wolf. Just pressuring. We can see Cakester and Captain Will trying to measure their stack, and Far losing the handles just briefly enough, and now defense and offense all collapsing upon that goal, but it's going to be Captain Will receiving that after the back pass from Dash, I believe. And, well, I got to say, Chaos is looking pretty nice here. Looking kind of refreshed after the match earlier.
Yeah, Chaos really heavy with the stuns in this game. Already up over 20. The possession is favoring Ignite, but Chaos is really forcing a lot of turnover.
Maybe even another one here. That one a bit less force, just a bad bounce. There's still some defense kind of running interference at the very least. And now 2 stacks coming in quickly. Far, though, with a disc. And he just misses off that corner slice. And now once more off the backboard. And Dash trying to recover that one. And he does just long enough to slap it towards his teammates, awaiting in that tunnel.
That's just nice clear sequence there by Chaos getting that out and down for a nice 3 from Captain. Wow.
Yeah, Captain Will willing it in. That is a 1-point lead now. Under 6 minutes to play in this first round, but Chaos showing some stuff. I believe, too, that there may have been scrims going on just before this for Ignite. I think. I'm positive. I believe they are playing a Joker, so if that was the case, I wonder if an hour of scrims is worn them down, especially against a team like Joker. Not to take anything away from Chaos, though, because they are playing this very collective and strong defensively. I really do like what I'm seeing from Chaos right now.
Yeah, they're being really patient with that disc and really aggressive on the one-on-ones. It's looking really good by Chaos here.
Now to the other end, though, Ignite trying to recollect and maybe find themselves with a male slot. It is not on the mark, so floating back into the side panel. And Wolf will recover. He does have one at Nest, and he does have a floating duel if he wants to make that extra pass, but no, it's just going to find the shot instead because Duel went for the goalkeeper.
And Ignite's bubble offense here has been pretty unstoppable for Chaos. Chaos doing a really good job of mucking it up at mid and in their own zone, but once Ignite gets set up around that bubble, Chaos having a real hard time shutting them down. Ignite's just, their passing game is spot on.
Absolutely, and we've seen that from them quite a bit throughout the season already, as Cakester takes it there first for Chaos, and nice back pass, I should say, and softly on over. Just missing it is on the reception, but still taking, oh, that is almost online. That was quite close in that corner pocket. And now Duel trying to find it, but the pass sailing past him far still will snag it somehow and drop it down for the 2-point goal again.
Nice jukes there by far. It's hard to understate how. Well, I guess it's hard to overstate. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but far with the jukes coming in on that goal, really throwing the defense off as he walked it in.
I think you were trying to recite the Portal credit song or something.
Quite possible.
It's hard to overstate your satisfaction, Dimwit. And now some satisfaction on this steal. Wolf and get that, deal it into the goal, maybe. Oh, just barely loose and taken back now by the Chaos boys, and they're just trying to find that clear, actually a pass instead. Ooh, that might be good. Woohoo, that was close.
Ooh.
Now it's going to be backed out, actually, and taken back by VTS King, who does find a clear himself. So trying to boost down the floor and recover it is everyone from every team, and in the back line with a back pass, VTS King.
And both teams moving real quick with their chains.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's far from Wolf, and there's the passing game you're talking about. They're patient with it. They backed it. They sent the pass in, back out, then back in, and then into the goal.
In Chaos, I mean, they're not sleeping in their bubble there. There was definitely a challenge on Far once he received that pass. Just was able to sneak it in with the overhand hook shot.
Far getting it done there from above. We know in previous weeks his favorite spot tended to come from down low below that goal. He was benefiting a lot off of those attempts from the bottom, but does indeed seem like he's wanting to show his versatility here. He's going from all over the place, and he'll make them any way he's given. So now actually trying to take it into the goal. Wolf, some nice jukey moves around that backboard, swinging it through for the 2, and 12-5 lead for Ignite.
That was nice hesitation by Wolf as he dropped down. He held on to that disc for just an extra second, which helps to freeze up that goalie.
Far leading the way right now with the 8 points over on Ignite. For Chaos, it's 3 for Will and 2 for Dash. Coming out here is Cakester just dodging that stack. Looking down low. Finding Dano. And then one more to Dash. Dash is going to take that as he floats down low. That was a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, that's another one of the shots we see. The goalie in the goal. I mean, he's covering so much space there. And Dash just putting it right on the edge with the little room he has to work with. That was a great shot.
Absolutely was, and now we can see the lineup here in the catapult as Ignite comes out. Stack floating about and just lightly pressuring, but actually getting stunned there for Chaos, so VTS doing a good job there denying the stack, whereas on the other end, it's Wolf finding a pass. The stack continuing to be held back momentarily, but now finding themselves on the front line, but maybe with no time. And oh, Dash is just going to save the day on that one. That was such a beautiful offensive sequence from Ignite, but dashing away their hopes at a score, at least on that attempt.
Yeah, and that give and go, that can be so strong. You just saw the strength of it as they moved in, playing monkey in the middle with the defense, but Dash with that beautiful save.
But far there, assisted by Ignite, so story again of those second attempts, gonna buy them the nice buckets on the other end. I mean, full credit, obviously, to Dash, and I said this even in our last stream, among all the other goalkeepers and stuff, there are some incredible goalies in the game these days. You're one of them, in fact, but you could only save a shot so many times before it's going to go in if you give them so many attempts, you know?
And just especially the size of the goal versus a natural human wingspan. I mean, once you get shots right to that edge, they get so hard to save.
Now one more attempt maybe coming in from Dash. A nice pass, and there you go, Cakester. So the first round will go to Ignite, but Chaos hanging tight. I mean, that was a 5-point differential there. Very nice.
Yeah, it was a good game. I mean, absolutely great game. You're talking only a goal differential of two goals. And,
Absolutely.
Looking at the stats there, I mean, you've got 15 shots to 8 Ignite to Chaos, respectively, and you're coming in with a score of what was that, 14 to 9. I mean, that shows the number of saves and dings that were in favor of Chaos there. And stuns Chaos 49 to 37. It just showed that aggressive game they've been playing.
That was a very aggressive, and I don't know if you caught, I suppose you didn't, because I think you were playing at the same time or getting ready to play, but that match earlier with Chaos a couple hours ago, they're looking like a different team at the moment. Maybe it's the Dash effect, or maybe they're just more, they were able to collect themselves a bit and find some steadiness in there, because right now their passes are dramatically better from what I saw earlier. Their defense, they're like causing a bunch of turnovers. It's just they're doing everything at a different level from what I saw earlier. And sorry, I was just momentarily listening to the player comms because they were, I think, considering a restart because one of their players dropped out, but he got back just in time. So we're good. Okay, so there we go. Launch, second round, and coming around for that boost and the recovery as they sail past it a little bit. Far is going to take it. And it's going to be on the other side. Wolf getting stunned out. This is going to be a clear now into the bottom ramp. And fast approach on the stack. Captain Will, maybe Chaos about to buy themselves the first goal of the second round. And again, so right back at him, Chaos.
And that's that aggressive game. I mean, as Ignite was moving in along the wall there, just getting stunned out, and I believe it was Captain Will got the clear and then picked up his own clear to put it in for that too. So that aggressive game really working for Chaos in this series.
Absolutely, and now trying to come back from that, going to be VTS looking for that pass. He gets 1-2 Duel, and Duel's going to find Wolf. So again, some really efficient rollouts there, but just as I say that, maybe cursing it a little bit as the bounce goes astray. But Dano's still going to take that one, and another stray pass, still going to wind up in the hands of the intended target, Captain Will. Now, dishing it into his own goal, though. Oh, that just a little bit of miscommunication, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was looking to back pass to his goalie there, assuming Cakester was still on the goal, but Cakester had moved up to that right shoulder block. Yeah, just miscommunication on Chaos' part.
Yeah, definitely a kind of a point where Cakester was up in that shoulder area, it looked like, and definitely wanted your goalie to move back and make sure you're covering those once he saw that Will was going to get it. But stuff will happen. It happens to the best of them. Shout out to Strem. He's going to hate me for that. I can't help but mention it now. Anyways, that's okay. I mean, I was teammates with Simeon back in the day, and now going in for the shot. Won't be on the mark, but still taken back, actually by Chaos, and right back to Far. And Far lining it up, but Dash denying it before shielding himself and finding that disc on the other side.
Yeah, Far seeing that goal, just sitting there a little open, but Dash shutting that door real quick.
Yeah, now another one just sailing past. They'll still get the rebound and a nice second attempt, third attempt even. Not getting that one, maybe with contempt is Ignite trying to find themselves a goal here. And finally into the hole for VTS after that dish from far.
I saw Dash go for that save, but I'm pretty sure he was stunned out when he raised his hand, so I'm not sure
Yeah.
what good it would have done, but he definitely made the attempt there. Good attempt by Dash, but good goal by VTS.
Yeah, so back to what I was saying. Those second, third, fourth attempts, they will hurt. And yeah, maybe that self goal earlier could hurt. Yet to be seen. As I was saying before, I was kind of cut off by the own plays happening here. It was just that, I was teammates with Simeon, and he was kind of famously the first own goaler back in regionals for Oculus Connect 4. he was the original own goaler. OG, actually, that's an acronym for own goal. How about that? Anyways, Wolf going in for the dish. Dash trying to save it off of his head, but Wolf still getting the shot.
It looked like might have even been a save there, but if it was off the head, still,
It could.
who I missed the shot. Who got the shot?
It was Wolf with a shot. It might have been off Dash's hand. I didn't catch that, but yeah, he almost had the save and still floated on through. Those ones always hurt as the goalie, where you feel like you're owed the save, but the game just takes it away.
And Wolf, when he came in there, did another same thing he did from behind the goal, just hesitating a moment before taking that shot, trying to freeze the goalie out.
Now trying to freeze out the defense here on the approach. Dano was going to find that pass down low, and Dash is going to return to Captain Will. That was some nice distribution, if you will. And one more, but saved now by VTS. So just like earlier, where Chaos had or Ignite had a beautiful series of passes, and Chaos had a beautiful series of passes, but the defense just coming through for both these teams to deny these nice opportunities. Nice passing play. Right there, too.
And up until that steal, Chaos running with a short, quick pass is just trying to be quick and accurate and efficient with it.
And just lining up the goal, but rebounded by Dash. That was a nice second attempt. Getting more on the board for Chaos.
Yeah, heads up play there by Dash. Be ready for that rebound, and looked like he had a hop for it, get the grab, and then put it in real quick. It's a good goal by Dash. Good attempt by Dana.
I think Dash is definitely, I was saying earlier, but one of the best subs you could possibly get, I would think. Just encyclopedia of knowledge, very experienced with the game at the highest levels. Spent a lot of time the original seasons, more so in pubs and things like that, and then he came on in the VRL season 2 is when he kind of really got into the scene, and they got with 11.5 wit and leverage, and yeah, just a real player coach. So it's kind of good to see Dash in there tonight, coaching and playing for all these teams as a sub.
Absolutely.
So up to the aforementioned Dash. Now, unfortunately, it will be a crash, it seems, for Chaos, losing a player there that's still going to try and play on, because it will be until the next goal before you can get a reset here. And next goal may be right on the way, but just a stray.
We need a restart after this.
So players communicating as much, but Dash is just going to try and deny it. They're waiting for their players to get back. Somehow they're just managing to deny any shots yet. And yet again, Captain Will now. Some really nice defense from Chaos. Somehow sticking in it. 3v4.
And Dash looked like he was as surprised for that clear as anyone else. Looked like he was going back into the tube a little bit, caught off guard.
Now looking for that. That one was center, but luckily the barrier saving him. But that's the save again. Speaking of, man, incredible defense, and that's gonna hurt off of some otherwise spectacular stops. What a monster!
Yeah, that was monster's the right word. That was a monster of a save. It looked like they had that open goal, but then denied at the last second.
Yeah. Oh man, that was something. Well, off of that, hopefully these players track their own times and scores, because old Pally was busy talking, but
I believe Wit is in Discord saying it should be 340. I'm not sure.
oh, good. Well, good. Glad Wit's around. See, Wit, it does help even if you're just listening on the.
But yeah, I mean, Chaos really putting up a fight here, and that aggressive defense style is really working out for them. They're able to shut because, as I said before, once Ignite gets around that bubble, they're so dangerous and they're so accurate with their passes, and they're so quick to come in on goal, and they're so hard to stop once they come in on goal. So that aggressive play style from Chaos to shut them down before they can even get to the bubble is working out for them as best as any other strategy is going to work out for them against Ignite. Because
Right.
Ignite is definitely one of the better teams among the league, and playing them, I can say from experience, playing them is very difficult. But Chaos really doing a good job of it here.
Yeah, they are hanging tight. As I said, this was a definite turnaround from what I saw earlier in the night. Just much more cohesive is Chaos. Really putting it together in just the span of a couple hours, really.
Yeah, and their short passing game has been phenomenal, especially once they get into the offensive zone, just back and forth across. I haven't seen too many like passes that are across the arena, mostly within that 1-to-1 block range where they're not going over any other blocks. They're all kind of staying tucked in, but never crowding, which is so easy to do when you're playing close like that. Yeah, it looks like we're just waiting on. Who was it that dropped? Dano? Yeah, Dano McFabulous to get back.
Yeah. So, ooh, it looks like now that is also unfortunate. They might need another sub here. Oof. Yeah, being told in the Discord by Captain Will that Dano will not make it back in time, apparently. In that case, that is going to be a big blow against
Hey guys, I think you guys
Chaos.
set up right. You may want to check it.
Yeah, it's not easy to do. I mean, playing with one sub is hard enough, but playing with two is
Oh yeah, okay.
everything you practice, all the plays you've set up, all the passing drills. I mean, everything you do to prep for a game can kind of with one can throw a real kink in the works, but with two, I
Yeah,
mean, that's
Dano's
half your team.
power
That's
went out
that's
because we
half
got
the
a
knowledge of
snowstorm,
your
which
team's
meant
game
he
is
couldn't
gone.
come back on.
So having to
Oh
kind
wow.
of
Yeah.
almost go to almost a kind of a standard
Looks
style.
pretty good.
I almost want to say pub style, but that can be a little bit more chaotic and a little
Right.
more
A
selfish play
snowstorm.
style. But
Yeah. What the
but
freak?
just
Why didn't
going
that
to
guy
kind
hit
of like a
generator?
standard, like all right,
Shit
we'll
going
stick to
on.
splits or some easier, more well known
Interesting.
plays
Yeah, cool
instead of
disconnect
trying
today.
to force
The
force the new guys to learn right on the spot.
I remember last year I got like negative 60 Celsius
Oh,
over here.
what do you
Yeah.
mean? What are you talking about?
Some small talk going on. I was kind of
I
listening.
know.
Talking about the weather now. Uh,
No, it was like negative 60
Well,
because
it's
like
been
some
windy here
person
in
like
Pittsburgh.
put an
How's the
Earth
weather in
overlay
your neighborhood?
of the surface of Mars.
actually, actually, it's been weird.
Yeah,
Mentioned
like
it earlier,
colder,
but I mean, I live in Arizona, and the last
yeah,
3 days now, it's been
colder than the
raining
average
on and off. There's
temperature of
apparently
Mars.
hail earlier. So I don't know where
Yeah,
I'm living right
like
now, but it's not Arizona
maybe there's
anymore.
no way.
Can live on Mars.
I guess.
I'll tell you what, I do not
Yeah,
I do not
seriously,
envy that
seriously.
Arizona heat. I mean,
And
growing up in
hey, I
Florida,
love
I dealt with
Nevada.
heat, but
I
it never
love
got
Nevada
quite
for
as
the
hot as
shower at
Arizona.
night
Though we
there.
did have the
From the
humidity
boat.
to deal with.
Feels crazy.
Yeah, it's
Relay that.
it's weird because there was this spurt in October sometime where we had like a week where the temps were getting, at least by Arizona standards, really low. Like it was going into low uh 50s or into the 40s at the middle of the night, which again, our standard. It's cold, especially for October. I'm just saying, but it was like for a week, and then 1 or 2 weeks later, it was right back to like lows in the 60s and highs in the 80s and almost 90 again. And I was crying because I thought, wow, the weather's nice early this year. I can deal with it. And no, it goes right back to high 80s and 90s, hot again.
Yeah, we usually have to deal with up here in Pittsburgh dealing with 90s just maybe a couple weeks a year. Otherwise, we tend to summers tend to stick around mid high 80s, and then the winters, of course. I mean, right now it's not too bad 40s, but definitely looking forward to some single digits and maybe even some negatives at night, which is always fun because I don't know if you're not familiar with freezing roads, but once you get below zero, the salt stops working, so that black ice gets real dangerous.
Right. Yeah, I've never had to deal with black ice or ice in fact, this was kind of a running theme, sort of, at some of the lands, the earlier lands. Like going to Poland for the first time for IEM Katowice and playing in VRL season. That was the first time that I got to like actually be in snow, and it wasn't even good snow. It was like in the mornings, mostly melted already, just a little bit left over on the ground. And yeah, like I mean, living here my whole life in AZ just means that I didn't have snow experience, so that was like a milestone for me, basically, getting to experience that in Poland, ever so briefly.
Well, I'll tell you what, snow, when you have a day off, snow is beautiful. It's awesome to look at. Everything is really quiet. It's serene. It's awesome. But when you have to do something, oh, snow sucks, especially when you got like up to a foot. Oh, it's all over everything. You know, you're
Yeah.
running late for work. You know, you're running 5 minutes late for work. No, you're running 30 minutes late for work because you got to get all the snow and ice off your car and warm it up before you start moving.
Dano, he's in the chat. What are you doing in the chat? You have a game to play.
Oh, he's saying a stupid snowstorm. I would be willing to bet he is on his cell phone right now. His internet's probably out.
Oh no!
Verify for us, Dano. Is that what's going on there?
I was wondering what happened. I'm getting some people
Oh,
typing in
power.
Discord. So, oh no, Dado, that is rough, man.
That is so rough.
Because you guys were looking mighty good, giving you all these compliments. Like, yeah, Chaos is looking great. You know, they're in good position, and then, boom, you're gone.
And that's another thing with the snow there. It's if your power lines aren't buried, which in a lot of northern places, a lot of them aren't. Like in Florida, they were all buried because hurricanes. But up here, a lot of them are not buried. So when it snows, it can just you end up with way too much weight on those power lines, and sometimes they just get too much weight, they fail. It's unfortunate. So sorry to hear that, Dano. That really sucks, man.
Yeah, our condolences on that one. Rip
Yeah, especially
Power.
he's saying they were feeling really good, dude. You guys were playing really good. I mean, we were talking about that all through the game. How your the defensive or the aggressive defense was working out. The short passes were phenomenal. I mean, all of it was doing really good, and it really sucks to see you drop out like that. That's harsh. I
Yeah,
know it is.
and just on kind of just my own subjective opinion. Why there's been some discussions obviously on the sub rules and things like that, and the mods are, I'm sure, discussing it over the course of the preseason. But I think between Europe's side not having a lot of subs or any subs to work with at times, and then Dash invisible. Hello. The spectator bug because it's probably switched to spec or something. Anyway.
He's I can hear him. I don't know where he is, but I'm hearing him respond to you as you're saying that.
I thought I was shooting on an open goal.
Oh, he's going, I'm invisible? I don't think so.
Yes, you're invisible. Dash, I think that's Dash.
Captain Will's like
Anyway.
right there.
But yeah, what I was saying anyway is that kind of for these reasons, these moments when there's just limited subs available, kind of on a personal note would want to see maybe a rework of that rule. Now it does have to be tight to prevent abusive situations, absolutely.
Of course.
But and actually though, Mercy Hunter just joining. But now someone else
right
leaving.
as somebody else drops. Looks like Captain Will dropped right as Mercy joined. But honestly, Mercy Hunter, not a bad sub to pick up. Mercy up, and then Mercy disappeared. Where'd Mercy go?
I'm so confused. Mercy was there, now he's gone. Oh dear.
Oh dear. I wonder if someone just started because I know when you're in private sometimes we'll just start spamming invites. I wonder if someone did that and then Mercy realized what was going on maybe.
Well, either or. I mean, the tech timeout only lasts so long, and that's unfortunately means sub or not, it's basically a continue on or forfeit type situation. That is so unfortunate. I feel really bad there for Chaos because they were looking so good with that momentum. But now, obviously, Ignite, they're not going to want to stop, and they shouldn't stop. This is still a match, and they still want to get on the board, and almost did so right there again. Actually, might just yet, and indeed, fair enough, far enough, I was going to say. But I was thinking fair. Shout out Fair Enough, by the way. I'm kind of upset. Now, see, if Duller happens to be around, he stops by in these streams sometimes. Fair Enough had promised me, well, okay, it wasn't a promise so much as like a gentleman's agreement, that he would come back to play in VRML. And where are you, buddy? You're not here.
No, I would say people do say sometimes, like might as well play for the points because the points are supposed to matter for MMR. But I'm starting to wonder what the situation is with that because it's looking like, as far as the MMR is concerned, a loss is -10, a win's +10, and it doesn't seem to be, at least yet, any more complicated than that. So I'm curious what the MMR calculation situation actually is at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure, and I think that's kind of the point, is we're not supposed to have the specifics, but end of the day, as long as it produces quality matches, I'm okay, I suppose. I wasn't sure about it before, but whatever as long as the end results, as Dash comes in again.
Oh, what a save!
Dash, dash, dash. Can he do it again? Well, yes, because that one's a nice slow one thanks to the punch, but still on the reset, it's going to be VTS, and he's going to come on in. Check his angles, check his lanes. Wolf going for one more, and Far is just going to gently dunk that in.
Yeah, and that right there is rough. Far was set up behind the goal there, which is, as I harp on in almost every game when you see that, it's so hard to make that stop. He needs to get covered, but with only 3 defenders and one of those defenders got to play goal, it's going to be real hard to cover all your lanes.
Quick question.
Impossible.
Quick question. This is totally
Yeah.
separate from all the casting. Are you able to get in your headset right now? Not to sub, but to invite Dual Game, because he's requesting an invite for sub reasons.
Is it? Yeah,
I don't know if you have him. If you happen to, but
it's dual is like dual tack.
oh, there you go. Far with a shot. A Dual Game. This might not be necessary anyways. This round's almost over, but we're gonna try to at least contact Ignite and Chaos between these rounds to get Dual Game in there. Once we get his in-game name. By the way, so this is yet another opportunity tonight for me to advertise Atlas. Go download it, dang it. Keep saying. Because indeed, we've had a few little issues tonight, and now forcing the issue is Captain Will with the shot on Dash, or assist by Dash, but we've had a few times where having Atlas downloaded would have been mighty handy for these teams. Just saying. So again, shout out to Atlas. Go get it on the Echo VR Discord. Check League announcements for that. Private match browser, essentially, so you can set up games, private matches, and you can do so without having everyone added. Makes it a lot easier to get back on into the games and invite people who otherwise you don't have on your list. But with that said, okay. 16-6 favor Ignite on round 2.
I always forget. I did send Dual Game a friend request there, but I always forget when I have the Oculus Home selected, it won't let me use my push to talk. So I was sitting there trying to tell you for a minute, and I was like, why can't he hear me? But but it looks like they're probably going to be able to get him in, without my help here.
Yeah, so that's certainly the hope. Looks like we will be able to, and well, off what was, again, just a tough round 2 there for Chaos because of the drop player, Dano, being smothered, at least his power being smothered by the snowstorm. Unfortunate timing. But still sticking in it and keeping in it was Chaos, and now maybe with a sub on the way, Dual Game, might have ourselves a game in the round 3. Just awaiting his arrival here momentarily.
As rough as and funny that I'm like, is it dual dash? Dual dash is in this game, so that was a silly question for me to ask. But back on topic. As rough as it is to play with 2 substitutes, it's definitely a better situation than playing 4-on-3. So it's definitely good for them to get this 4th body in here.
Oh yeah, that 4th member. I mean, every individual in Echo Arena as it is already makes so much of a difference. Even when it was 3v3, if you're down a player, it was so tough. And it's just the same here, because when you're down that one extra player, that means you're effectively down that extra stack, that second stack, the extra boost. You're more likely to fall behind and just be left on an island if you happen to miss out on your defensive assignment and you have no grabs. All the harder when you're down a player. Getting ready here to go. This is again our last match of the evening. started off the day, well, earlier in the afternoon it was, and had Vision versus Team Summit over on the EU side. Then rest of the night we had, I think, 5 or 6 matches in the North American side, and we've just been running it back to back, pretty much.
Yeah, a lot of games tonight, it looked like.
Oh yeah, it was piled up on. And then we got more, but we have so many. We have one game, one on Saturday, and then like a dozen on Sunday. But in any case, off to the race, and the third round has begun. Got dual game in there, subbing and going up, and Dash denying again. He has been spectacular in the goal on the defensive end, but on the recovery still it's going to be far.
Yeah, he really has. Dash's hands in this game have been phenomenal. I mean, he's stopping. They're not easy stops either. He's stopping twos, and anybody knows. Ooh.
Losing the disc, actually, that might be a shot instead. Wow, Captain Will. Looked like Ignite had plenty of time, but then it got knocked loose just enough. Caused the confusion, and Captain taking advantage.
Yeah, what a play there by Captain Will to come in, not give up, not assume the other team had control of that disc, and wrestling it away and getting it in for that too. Good goal, good play by Captain.
Absolutely. Now dual dash, that is, not dual game. So we do have two duels, as Dimwi mentioned earlier. Getting that past the Wolf, back to duel, down low, nice dive from Dash, but just a little bit off, so it will be a shot from far to tie it up.
Yeah, I mean, we got to give Dash some credit on that one. I mean, he really dove for that, and he was really close to getting it. That was a great attempt by Dash, just unfortunately just out of his reach there, and then not able to get back quick enough to stop that goal. That was a good goal, but really nice commitment to see there from Dash to go for that.
Yeah, definitely, but now, it's going to be a turnover. Far receiving that one, and another crash. Oh, no. Chaos in all kinds of disarray, it would seem, as Wolf comes up on the goal, tries to dish it over to Duel, but slapped out by Cakester. Now VTS will recover the goal, slightly exposed, but now covered up. Captain Will is going to be in there, go for the shot, and on the money. That's going to be a 2 for VTS.
Unfortunate here for Chaos, but I guess maybe fortunate that it's Dash, probably running Atlas here, so maybe able to get back in quickly.
Yep, it is rehosted on Atlas for Dash if he would like to use that. I don't know if he's even listening, but it's there. Now dual game is going to be stunned out, and interestingly, Chaos, well, I guess they already took that restart earlier, so now it's just going to be a shot. Ooh, man. Loading on back into the hands of Duel and Far. And they're going to get that pass off to Wolf. Wolf finding VTS. And now converging on that bubble area, but nice snag by Captain Will. Now Will float down back into the hands of Wolf, so another attempt, and we know how dangerous those are because things like that will happen off the second attack.
And Captain Will playing so aggressively in the bubble there. He went for the attack on Duel as Duel came in, but it looked like Duel got the push off the screen downward, whereas Captain came straight on at him, so Duel was able to effectively get the duck and get it in for that hard 2. It was a good goal.
Yep, good goal by him, and Dash still trying to get back in there. Now flung out off the back wall. Captain Will's there for maybe a recovery. Wolf is going to be contesting. And now also contesting, so Duel getting that one on Duel, the steal. Oh boy, that is confusing, isn't it? But it's going to sail into the hands on the other end of VTS, and he'll line up the 3.
Ignite wasting no time on the regrab to get back down the arena there to pick that up and put it in for that for a nice 11-meter 3.
Still waiting on Dash. This is not the best situation for them, obviously. Just very tough because, I mean, they came out with the first couple points in the third round as well. It's just all these tech issues getting in the way, it would seem. And now Dash finally rejoining. Going to try and join his boys here on the front line. They still have 6 minutes left to make something happen. Now looks like Ignite will receive that disc and pass it on forward. Maybe Dash able to get back into the goal soon, I hope, if he's in the game. But still, it's going to float off into Ignite's possession. Duel is going to be there for the collection. Far on the bottom. There's that favorite spot we were talking about as it actually goes to Duel, but missing that one. So VTS.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Anxiously awaiting the return of Dash here, looking at the and what a goal by Duel.
Not sure what's happened there because Dash, he's appearing in the game, but he's not. Well, he's not actually in the game. We'll see what happens there. I mean, there you go. We have only 3 people in the catapult I'm seeing, so interesting. Some issues maybe from Dash as well, just being bombarded by the tech problems for Chaos tonight. Well, indeed, Dash crashes out again, and now with just 4:37 left, and that's going to be tough. Nice little juke there to jump from Captain Will. He's going to go down, but cut off by VTS.
Yeah, it looked like he was looking for that pass Duel game there, but just a little, cutting it a little too close to the goalie. Goalie able to pick that off pretty easy.
Now Dash
Dash
rejoining
is back.
again, maybe. We will see. But lining up that 3 is VTS King. All the meanwhile, it does seem as if Dash is present, trying to get his controllers on now. Maybe having some issues himself, though. So rolling on out now is Captain Will. Nice little split from his 2 teammates. Now gonna find a pass softly, but it's just gonna be a turnover instead. Duel is gonna take that one. On the other end, lining up the shot maybe, or the passing lane as well. Wolf trying to find his line. Now going in is VTS off a nice pass. And that's a 16-2 lead now for Ignite.
And yes, I mean, we were saying it before. Ignite is so strong around that bubble when it's 4-on-4. You know, having to play Ignite 4-on-3 with that sort of bubble offense. Just as NTS France says in the chat, just unfortunate day for Chaos with these tech issues.
Going for the jumps now. Captain Will, he's had a couple of those ones now. Gonna be Cakester with a shot, but the intercept instead. VTS intercepted right back by Captain Will. Going deep down for that shot from the male Salat. Maybe a rebound, but Duel is gonna slap it out of there. And now back into the corner pocket.
It looked like Duel Game was looking to pick up the rebound off that ding, but the way it bounced off shield, he wasn't prepped for it. Maybe a bit of a wild bounce off the corner of the rim.
Ooh, that pass was just right on line, but maybe too much mustard on it. Got there with some speed, and now looking for their speed. On the recollect, VTS going down and in for the 18-2 score.
And Wit now in chat saying Dano, but just to inform Wit or anyone else who might be seeing Dano in chat, unaware of the situation. Dano's power is out, so he picked up his phone to check out the game and comment in chat. I don't know if he's still here, but that's what that was about.
Yeah, Dano's actually on Ignite right now in the game, it seems, so that's interesting. Well,
oh, I missed that.
Yeah. That is what we were missing, and missing that shot. Gonna be back to Cakester, backing it out, but Duel there, the intercept.
And
Now
there's
Kepler will
Dano.
go. There's Dano right in the nick
with
of
the
time. Dano saying, you know what? Not today. Maybe in a minute and a half, but not right now, at least.
What a play coming back from Dano. Dano coming back into the game there. Just a guardian angel for his team on that play.
Unfortunately, they won't capitalize on a scoring opportunity on that one, at least not right away, but maybe I spoke too soon because Cakester is there with a great hands on the intercept, but right back to Wolf. Too congested in that passing lane. And maybe that shot gonna go into the hands. Yes, it will be a rebound into the 2 for Ignite, and now 2 points away from that mercy, but just it doesn't feel good, I suppose, for Chaos's side, just because of all that. Again, the chaos.
Yeah, Dano getting back in here, but only with about a minute and a half left in the game when he actually got back in. Unfortunately, he might be just a little bit too little, too late, as they say. But Yeah, as we've been saying, it's an unfortunate night for Chaos. They've been playing so strong against Ignite here. Just really, really not awesome to see tech issues get in way like that.
Now maybe trying to get themselves at mercy though for Ignite. I mean, obviously you gotta feel bad, but at the same time, oh, Captain getting in there for the slap away. But for Ignite, you still gotta play to your best and, you know, make it count despite the issues. And they have certainly done that. VTS coming through, and there's the match right there off of that score. So Ignite's gonna take that one in round 3, and that will be the game.
I would really love to see another matchup between these teams with Chaos with their full roster and no tech issues, because this started out as really a great matchup, and
Oh yeah.
some unfortunate to see throughout the game, guys getting crashes, and I mean even Dash their first sub just having his own tech issues. He's just piling on.
Yeah. Yeah, just unfortunate. Dash apparently was able to get back through Atlas, but then his headset was having tracking problems, and just kind of it seemed like one after the other. And so, well done still to Ignite. They still played the game the way they had to. They came back, and BTS came in with 16 points, at least since that reset. I mean, not even counting the earlier rounds. So, still strong effort there. And I agree with you. You know, ideally, I want to see a rematch. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Ignite
Maybe
can
we
throw
might
them
see
a challenge match. Just saying.
Yeah, maybe we could
Just
see a challenge before the end of the week, huh?
Never know. I mean, no pressure or anything, but
No pressure. Except I'm putting all the pressure on. Let's see it ignite.
yeah. Hey, I'd be down for it. Chaos doing the best to work with what they had, so you know, all the respect in the world for that, and good effort despite everything else.
And I mean, you look at the scoreboard there. Just as you run down, you can see the tech issues getting worse and worse as that goal differential from game to game just gets wider and wider.
Yeah.
Just sad to see. Speaking, you know, just sticking with the weather theme of the night. When it rains, it pours, as
Oh,
they
boy.
say.
Yeah, indeed. I feel like if you cut those rounds in half, basically just took the first 5 minutes of each round, it would tell a really different story.
Absolutely.
But still, Ignite we know is a strong team. Either way, they've been having themselves a good season here, and with that one, that'll be their 4th win on the preseason, so they'll move on to 4-2, and look for some more momentum as they press up on those top, you know, 3-4 spots or so in the standings, and facing the other teams at the top there like Kang and Illuminati, Joker, etc. It's a tight race at the top.
And if my understanding of how the MMR has been operating is accurate, we will see Ignite move up to tie for 5th at the end of the night here.
Oh yeah, and
they put their scores in.
can't forget Flare as well. They're actually sitting in North America, at least the 2nd place team currently in MMR, just a little bit ahead of Illuminati and Kang. Because yeah, Flare's been also good, and we saw them earlier tonight. And just I've said this with other casters and with Dash. We were kind of talking about it at length the other night. Just how nice it is that you have a side that's a team roster that's like full of just so many talented people, and that the differentials between those top teams and the middle teams and things are not like they used to be. Like it is just so tight.
It really is. I mean, yeah, there's so many teams that are.
Yeah. Well, with that said, got dumped out of that lobby. It's done, so I got thrown into a public now, it looks like. But I guess that will do it for the night. That was a long series of casts, but always happy to be there doing them. And thankful that you know, had you joined me, Dimwit. I had Dash earlier. Subtlety was also working some of the cams, so nice team effort today. Good to have you all. Palidore, resounding with the pro-sounding casting. What a meme. I don't know. I gotta cool it with these. Anyways, I appreciate it, and I mean, I think you yourself, excellent at the analysis. A lot of people appreciate you having on board. I've seen plenty of compliments throughout the streams and on the Discords too. Great to have you. Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry, Wit. he was kind of handling some refereeing in there towards that match. So you know what? Thank you for watching as well, Wit. You're invaluable sometimes again. We love you. In any case, thank you everyone who stuck around and for watching all these games tonight. Fox23 commenting there at the end as well. Yeah, thank you for compliments. Thank you for watching. So I've been Palidore here, as I often usually am, and that's been SirDimwi, and that will be the end of our stream on this Thursday night. So tune in again tomorrow for some more great ones, and especially as we go into this coming weekend. Lots more to come. Dimwi, I'll let you take us away.